Hi guys.
Hi guys!
Welcome back to my channel. I have a friend.
Welcome back to Rombi's channel.
Wow, I've finally recruited a friend, a very dear friend of mine, to actually film a YouTube video with me. You're amazing.
Aww.
So, I'll let you introduce yourself and then we'll get into what this video is going to be about.
I am Yalda. I'm one of the final year medical students at Queen's.
Woohoo.
And I'm an international student.
Yes.
Hence why I'm in this video, because I am going to be talking about my experience as an international student at Queen's.
Perfect,
Right.
thank you. And Yalda, you spoke a lot about how you had to literally organize everything yourself. We had help from like school, or you kind of knew what was going on. How did you find out about Queen's? How did you end up applying? Like, how did you do all this stuff?
Very, very good question. So you guys might not know, but I studied in Dubai and I went to an international school in Dubai. It was very confusing because the system was like a mixed system, so it was both an American system and a British system, mostly towards American. So that's why we weren't told like how to apply for universities and etc. We had like a counselor, but then they looked over like personal statements and stuff.
They didn't really know what was going on.
No. They didn't tell us like how many A levels to take, what A levels to do. There weren't even that many options. Like for O levels, we just had like max 8 or 9. I think I did like the max. Whereas like when I came here, I found that people do like 13,
10, 15,
14 O levels,
Yes.
and I was just like, we didn't even have that sort of option.
I also love that you call them O levels. That's so, classic.
What are they?
GCSEs here.
Oh, interesting.
Very interesting.
You learn something new every day.
Exactly.
Right. So and then so I did my APs, which is the American version of exams. So SATs and APs in grade 11. No, actually grade 12.
How old are you in grade 12?
Like it's the final year that everyone graduates.
Okay, so you're like 18, 17, 16?
No, 18.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And like all my friends graduated, we all graduated at the end of grade 12. And then I realized that I had to do A levels. So me and like 4 or 5 other people, there was an option for grade 13, which was for the people who wanted to apply to the UK.
Okay.
Which was like literally like 10 of us max in one classroom. It was so depressing. Worst year of my life. I literally did 5 whole A levels and 1 AS in 1 year.
Wow.
So I think that was over like 40 exams or something. I'm actually pretty proud of myself for like not losing my sanity in that year, basically. So
how did you do 5 A levels in 1? Like, it makes no sense. How did you do this?
So that's a problem because they didn't tell us that we had to break down the A levels into AS and A2s.
So you did all of it?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Because then it was too late. There was no other the option of postponing it to another year because there wasn't grade 14, so it was just a 13. And it was all self-study because the teachers and stuff weren't that helpful. They would just come in and just give some small tips, and I just didn't go in. I was just like, you know what, I'm just here to do my exams.
Yeah.
I should have probably not even like signed up for school. Like you can always go to the British embassy and do
Just
the
do it
exam.
yourself.
Just do it yourselves. But then again, I didn't know that either. Just like the process of applying, the thing I knew was about the UCAT, which I searched up by myself. No one ever told me you had to do the UCAT to apply to med school, but Google is the best thing. Just Google.
Yes, Google.
And they tell you that you have to do the UCAT. So I had done the UCAT once at the end of grade 12 just as a practice run. And then I did it at the end of grade 13 as well. No difference whatsoever. Honestly, I think that exam does not make sense to me at all.
No, a lot of people say that. A lot of people say it's just...
yeah, but I did not know there were courses here for the UCAT. Rombi told me she went to the UCAT
I did. I went on a course,
and you found it really helpful.
I did.
Whereas we did not have any options of a course whatsoever. And I just went in and I kind of just guessed it and stuff. I think the BMAT made a lot more sense to me.
You could study for the BMAT, definitely.
Yeah, but I still didn't do that as well in the BMAT either. So again, there were no courses in the Middle East for maybe if there were, but even if there were, I don't think they would have been helpful because not many people know about it. So yeah, and then I applied like personal statement, and then I did my UCAT, and then I applied. And then I got an interview I had applied the year before, by the way, as well. At the end of grade 12, I had applied, and I got an interview at Norwich.
What did you have to go to Norwich for the interview?
Yeah,
or
I went to Norwich for that interview.
You flew to Norwich for an interview?
Yes, it was the MMI interview.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah.
But I didn't get in that year, obviously, because I didn't have any A levels.
And no, it's the experience, you know.
Yeah, I just had like, my APs, and I just applied for like practice. And then, at the end of grade 13 was a lot more stressful, because like if I didn't get in, then I had to do sort of like a gap year.
Yes, like a proper gap year.
And I genuinely did not want to do a gap year, because all my friends were already in the university.
Yeah.
And it was already really weird for them that we were in grade 13. Because even the people who wanted to do other degrees like engineering and stuff, they got into UK with their APs. It was just the people that wanted to do medicine and dentistry and those sort of things that had to have A levels and had to have A in chemistry.
Yep.
Or A star, I don't know. But yeah, something like that.
Something.
You had to have that to get into medicine. So yeah, where was I? But yeah, anyways, it's good to always know the format of the exams before going into an exam.
So true.
Because it's a lot less stressful when you know what the exam's going to be like.
And then, so after you did the UCAT, in terms of applying and using UCAS and stuff, how did you find that?
So I found the UCAS pretty straightforward. But like there's a lot of layers to the UCAS. So for example, if you don't get in, then there's sort of like a clearing system.
Yes, clearing, extra, all these things.
Yes, and like I probably don't know how to use those because I didn't use them, but I know my friends use them, the clearing and the extra, and they found it really, really helpful because they found like really good courses on it, like even dentistry and stuff. So you can always consider the clearing and extra on UCAS.
On UCAS, that's great advice actually.
Yeah. And always email the university directly, because there are sometimes spaces available that universities have spaces, but they don't put it in the UCAS. Because I remember one of my friends, she emailed the university and they told her that they have a place available.
Wow.
And that she can do like a Skype interview to get the place.
That's
but it wasn't
amazing.
on UCAS. It was very interesting. I don't know how. But
you need to be able to navigate
so
some
if
stuff.
you feel like you like a university and you're considering that university, so it's better that you email them directly to see what their process of getting in is.
And do you know what? If they reply and they say, sorry, we don't have anything, that's it.
It's not like you lost anything.
Exactly, you've not lost anything. That's the worst that
and
can
it shows
happen.
like you're more interested into that university, and university actually like that when you show an interest.
And you're proactive and all these things.
Yeah.
So then after all of this, after you got in, did you interview for Queen's here? Did you have to come here to interview?
No, I went to Malaysia to interview. I do not understand how, like it does not make sense.
What is going on?
Because it's the same, it's equidistant. Coming to Queen's and going to Malaysia for an interview for Queen's was so bizarre, honestly. Because I had even done an interview for RCSI, and that was like a Skype interview.
Oh, how was that? How did you find that?
So RCSI was easier to get in than UK universities.
Okay.
And I'll tell you the whole story now.
Okay.
It was very interesting. So you know how when you get accepted into one of the UK universities, you get a conditional acceptance based on your A-level grades.
Yeah.
So I had gotten a conditional acceptance for Queen's. But then it was conditional, so it wasn't like 100% I was going to get it. I had to get the A-level grades. So I had applied to RCSI as well, just as backup. And I had gotten an offer for RCSI, but the A-level grades that they wanted was a lot lower.
Okay.
Like they wanted B's rather than A's.
No way.
Yeah.
For medicine?
Yeah. And
Mad.
RCSI, I don't know if you guys know, but for international students, it is very, very expensive.
That's why.
It is very expensive, and I mean like probably if you count over the total 5 years, it would almost be like a third more at least than what would it cost. Yeah, it would be like even double.
It must be a money-making scheme for them.
And I had to pay the deposit really early on, and I paid like £6,000 deposit, which never came back, obviously.
Yalda, RCSI has £6,000 of your money
Yeah, as
Just
far as I
sitting
remember
there.
back there, you had to pay the deposit. Yeah, early on.
Why didn't you go there?
Why didn't I go there? Because I got into Queen's.
And you would have preferred a UK uni?
Yes, I prefer the UK system, training system, because I had heard, like, I knew that it was a lot better than, well, I shouldn't probably say that.
It was your preference
Yes.
compared to the Irish system.
Yes.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
That's a fair enough
I
thing to say.
prefer it. And also, like, UK was a lot bigger.
Yes, yep.
And I think you had a lot more connections to, like, other cities in the
Because
UK.
if, let's say, you did end up going to the Royal College of Surgeons or whatever,
Yeah.
you would have had to do your internship in Ireland,
Yes.
and then that's really limiting.
The system was very different, and as I say, it was a lot more expensive as well. So the UK worked out better. But the one problem that I realized in fourth year, that RCSI has connections with every university all over the world
for electives.
for electives, and UK university, unfortunately, they have no connections whatsoever to university. So you have to organize your own elective. You just have to email everyone yourself.
It's a lot harder work.
Yeah, I was applying to, like, Canada for elective, and RCSI had a whole, like, section to itself, like RCSI students, like that, and they have, like, connections with a lot of good American universities, like John Hopkins and stuff, which is very interesting.
A lot of prestigious places.
Yes. So and they train you for the USMLE as well.
They do. That's what we were just talking about before we started filming this video. I was telling her I was in Dublin today.
Yeah.
And we met some Irish students. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. So it's really good in that sense. So if you guys intend to go to America, which I did before, but not anymore. That's
another story.
That's another story which we won't talk about
Not
here.
today.
Not today. But yeah, RCSI would be a lot better for that. So if you guys do want to go to America, if you're considering it, I would say actually RCSI would be a better choice rather than the UK universities, because the system is more similar to the American system. They have a lot of more connections, and they train you for the USMLE, whereas the British system is just for British people.
Yeah, they don't even know. If you said USMLE to a lecturer, they'll look at you like, what is that?
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
So, once you got in, you got your offer, moving to Belfast. Yeah. How did that work?
So, we couldn't come, like, earlier to see how it was, because then you just had to go all the way back.
Yes.
And obviously we didn't know what the accommodation was gonna look like, and obviously it was just like some sort of pictures, and pictures
they're lies.
Never look like what it is in real
Absolute
life.
lies.
I have learned my lesson. Anyways, so yeah, I had gotten one of these tiny rooms
in the whole halls.
Halls, yeah, what they call it.
Did you stay in that first year, or did you move?
No, I stayed in that. It was horrible because first of all, it was really crowded. It was like I don't know, 13 rooms sharing one kitchen.
I don't. How could you cope with that? How did you survive?
No, well, not only that, the fact that I was, like, very like on my own as well, and I was in my own world in the first 3 months, because I was kind of depressed, because I don't know if you guys know, but I'm the only child.
I'm an only child as well.
Yeah, so I had come from, like, a whole different place, Dubai. First of all, there was a, impression was a culture shock. So everything was different, like the way people dressed, the way people thought, the way people viewed you, maybe, I don't know.
And the accent, like, it's a big thing when you can't understand what people are saying.
Yeah. And, like, Belfast wasn't as international 5 years ago. It's getting better and better.
It's better now. It was definitely not.
So when I first came in, like, me and my mom probably, like, stood out, like, to the point that, like, my Iranian friend that I met, like, she met us because we looked so Iranian. She came up to us and be like, "You guys look different."
Yeah,
it's just like, hello.
Honestly. People would actually stare at you. Like, people would stare at me. Even still now, it's just like, come on, it's 2019. It's going to be 2020 in a couple of months. Come on.
Especially since my mom, like, she always, like, wears sunglasses and stuff, and I'm like, there's no sun in Belfast.
You're like, put them away.
And she was, like, wearing sun in the middle of the rain, and I was just like, Mom, people are going to be like, what is wrong? So, yeah, just because she's so used to it back in Dubai. Yeah, anyways. So my mom was with me for about, like, 10 days or so, and then, well, first of all, we had booked a hotel in city center because I had not considered the proximity when I booked a hotel. So we were in city center, and Actually, there's no hotels near the halls anyways.
There's no hotels
So
here.
that's why I think I ended up in city center. And then we had to move my stuff every day from the city center to the halls.
One by one, one at a time.
I didn't realize how small the halls were.
Yeah.
And obviously when you're coming like so far away from home, you pack
bring
literally
lots.
everything.
Yes, yeah.
And then I realized, oh my god, like thank god they have like storage here, so like at least you can like store your stuff. And I had gotten an extra closet just like the one you see here.
Yep.
Just
You had brought the extra closet already?
No, we got it from IKEA.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what you call them, but it's just
Yeah,
like
it's just
sort
it's a wardrobe. It's like a one that you make.
Yeah, because I don't even remember if they had any. Yeah, but it was tiny. I mean, they're all
Everyone
the same.
know, yeah. All holes
All
are
the
just
holes are the same,
yeah.
like the ones.
The standard ones, very small, very
Exactly. And other than that, after my mom left, oh my god, I would like sit and cry every single night because, well, I'm not that kind of a person to go like clubbing every day, or it's not what I would.
And that was the culture. Like if you didn't go
Yeah, as a
out, you
freshman.
couldn't meet. You really that's how people were meeting.
Exactly. So I would say even if you don't like clubbing, or like if you feel like it's too much of an effort, because it was so cold like as well.
Very cold.
I did not expect Belfast to be this cold.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it puts me off going out like whenever it's really cold. Well, now I'm kind of used to it.
Yeah, you just have to. There's no other choice.
But yeah, like the weather was really gloomy. It was really cold. I was alone. I missed my parents, and well, I had to make an effort to go meet new people and make friends at the same time, which was really, really annoying. And there weren't as many Persians here.
No, even now there's very few.
Barely any Persians here.
Very few.
But that doesn't really matter. Like you can always make friends from different cultures. It doesn't really matter. As you can see, I have a really good friend.
You can always make new
Persian.
friends, yeah.
But I'm going to teach her Persian soon.
I will learn. In terms of like getting stuff you needed, so for example, food wise,
oh my god,
was there any, you know?
Yeah, that was a problem as well. Obviously, because I hate cooking. I'm very unorganized. I don't cook for myself. Look, my mom probably cooked for me and then put it in the fridge, but there wasn't that much space anyways. And then I would usually go to Tesco's, and then I would buy either ready meals or you know, the cooked chicken and those kind of stuff. But it was very, very different from what I used to eat back home. I used to eat a lot healthier, but then when you come to university, I would advise like students to get themselves into the mindset of meal prepping for themselves.
Yes.
And just start cooking early on.
Yep.
Because if you don't start, I never started
It's
cooking.
hard to get going, yeah.
Yeah, it just keeps on getting harder and harder, and you don't get it. But if you just start early on and you just meal prep simple stuff, it makes it so much easier, honestly, because you're eating what you like to eat, first of all, because there are not that many options.
No.
Even like in Tesco's or at the university.
Yeah.
But I prefer healthy food, and yeah, they offer mainly like unhealthy food
Chips.
in like campus and stuff, chips and stuff, which I don't like.
Yeah, it's just
so
chips.
Yeah, it makes your life a lot easier, especially when you're going on hospital placements. That's really important. Hospital food is not good at all, and yeah, just 2 hours of your time. I regret not doing that, honestly. It's a hobby as well. Like instead of just sitting at home thinking, oh my god, like I feel so alone here. It's just another way of distracting yourself, to be honest.
That's true.
What I did, which was really good, was I signed up for the gym, and I still go to the gym. I was just there 2 hours ago.
Yep.
Honestly, it distracts me and it helps me cope with both the stress. Whenever I feel homesick, I feel like it's just a really good thing. And also you see a lot of people in the gym. Like
yes.
I see half our year in the gym.
That's our gym. You would see lots of people.
So I think it's another like social event or whatever.
It is. No, you're right.
Even if you go like to the spin classes and those sort of things, that would be really good as well.
So one of the things that I find really, really interesting, so in Dubai, well, no, actually in Dubai you guys do drive. So for example, someone coming to Belfast from London or a big city who has never had to drive anywhere.
That you remind me. So basically in Dubai, well, you guys might not know, but we do not walk even like 10 meters. You don't walk. You just because first of all it's really hot and humid, and second of all it's just unfortunately in the culture that but yeah, and what I loved about the UK culture was that people would just walk everywhere, and they were really independent. And you know what I really wish Dubai had, that I still to this day wish Dubai had, was the fact that you guys get to work, and yeah, you guys get to work from 16 or what age?
Yes, 16. You can work from 16.
Okay, yeah. So basically in Dubai you don't have that option. In the Middle East, not just Dubai, anywhere in the Middle East you don't have that option of working at an early age,
Yep.
which I feel like is really important because you become a lot more independent. If I had worked, obviously it would have been a lot more easier for me when I had moved here, because I would have known a lot more things.
It is a different, when you're working, you navigate the world slightly differently. I know what you mean.
Honestly, I did not even know how to use the washing machine. Like the first time
It's just
I
one of
used
those things.
the washing machine, I had to wash my clothes twice because I totally did not know that I had to put a washing powder
In.
the
But
washing machine.
you have to learn these things. Even people that grew up here don't know how to iron, or like it's just one of those things.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, so the fact that our placements are literally everywhere,
Yes.
and the public transport here is not that great.
Yes, and the support for international students aren't that
Zero.
great either.
Yeah,
They do
zero.
not consider the fact that you are coming from somewhere totally different, and you have no idea what this place is going to be like, and they don't consider that how you're going to get to that place. You know what I mean? And the places are far. Like, I mean, Derry is pretty far.
Yes.
So I realized that, I had to learn how to drive now. As if I did not have enough problems in my life.
I love how you said that. I have to learn how to drive now.
No, but to be fair, that was a really good opportunity
I'm
for
glad
me.
you did, yeah.
Because then how else was I
Can
supposed
you
to...
imagine being on the bus?
Yeah.
Like-
no, but then my dad kept on telling me you have to learn how to drive.
It's a
At
nice
some
life
point, you
skill.
have to learn how to drive.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I still hate driving because I love walking to places. As I said, that's what I really love about Belfast. You can walk to places that are in Belfast. But yeah, so I started like driving lessons and stuff, and I took my driving test 4 times until I finally got the driving license.
Okay, as long as you get there.
As long as you get there. But I mean, they were pretty strict, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm glad I did it, because if you're an international student, I would highly recommend getting that driving license early on, because
Yes.
you need that. Even if you can survive up to 5th year using the public transport, bus, etc.
You have to be very lucky, I think.
For foundation year,
You
I
will
mean,
need,
exactly. Not like most of the placements, at least for 1 year, are going to be peripherally.
Yes.
So you need a car, and if you have to get there at like 8 every morning.
What time do you have to leave your
Yeah,
house to
I
get
mean,
the
like,
bus to...
Even not even that, like if you want to get from here to Enniskillen, you have to get 3 buses, and they are at certain times. They're not like running
regularly.
So it's really, I would highly suggest that you take your driving lessons early on if you're a medical student and you have to go on different placements and
Definitely.
stuff. It's very helpful.
I guess it's different for the ones that are like going to uni in London or whatever. Yeah, okay, you can hop on the tube,
Yes.
or in Manchester.
Yes, that's just London.
Yeah.
But anywhere else in the
you
UK,
will need to...
you will need to know how to drive. I'd say it's very helpful. And then I was talking about like the social events and stuff.
Yes.
So as much as it's hard, especially in the first few weeks that you come, it is important to drag yourself out,
Yeah.
because that's when the freshers event on, and that's where you will meet the people in your year the most. So I would highly recommend that you do go to all the fresher events. Did you go to all of them?
I didn't go to all now, but I went to a
Well,
few.
not all of them, but yeah,
I went to a good few. I really tried, because I didn't know anyone either, so I had to really push
like
myself.
even I meant to like just a few of them, but yeah, I wish I had gone to more, obvious. But
So we can still refresh in January. We can do refreshes.
I feel like I'm too old for that. Yeah.
If you're too old, what are you saying?
But yeah, definitely. Yeah, we should actually do that.
We'll do a
I'm
few
actually
events.
down.
We'll do like 1 or 2.
Yeah. So the best time to find friends is in that first few weeks of coming to university. First of all, it's a distraction, and second of all, that's where everyone forms their group of friends. If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you just don't hang out with the people and stuff, then you're gonna be the odd one out. And as much as we are still in university and people say that they don't form a group and stuff. I still disagree with that.
No, there's
I feel
definitely, it's very clicky.
There are some elements of high school still in there.
Very much so.
Yeah, people just tend to hang out with their group.
Yes, you're telling the truth. Amen. No, you are. Like, that's true. It's quite clicky.
Yeah, and honestly, there are still dramas in university as well.
Of course, yeah.
There's no different than what it was in high school, but then you just learn to deal with it better.
A little bit. And I think it's harder if you're far away from home and then all these little dramas are happening and you can't just go and mum like hugs you and says everything's going to be fine. That makes it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah. But I think just finding a friend, talking to them, it's really, really helpful. Just talking about like your feelings.
How you're feeling, yeah.
Yeah, I think because I'm a very verbal sort of person, I don't tend to keep my feelings in.
Which is good, I think.
And I genuinely don't think crying is a bad thing. I tend to cry a lot.
No, crying is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all.
Yeah, so I actually feel a lot more relieved when I actually get all the emotions out.
Because then instead of penting it all in and letting it bubble and boil, you just let it out.
So just like find a friend. You find like one close friend is enough, and then you can hang out with a lot more people. Yeah, so it's really good for the mental health sort of thing.
Yeah.
Well, some people don't have an issue like going abroad with being alone.
True, that's true, but it is a long way. It is a really long way.
But I know that a lot of my friends that went from Dubai, like in the first few months, they just packed their bags and came back, and they didn't want to go back. But so it's hard for people like us that were in the Middle East, and as much as I don't want to say this, but people in the Middle East are a lot more spoiled. And as I say, there's not that independent sort of culture in the Middle East, which is really bad. I feel it would have been really better.
It's hard to know, but also, like you say, it's a different culture. It's like a completely different culture here. So you try your best and do what you can.
Exactly. And what was I was going to say something else, but I totally forgot.
No, that's perfect. Thank you so much, though. Thank
no
you
worries.
so much. So you guys need to follow Yalda on Instagram. She is the most fabulous person ever on Instagram.
Too kind, honestly.
The most fabulous person ever.
You need to follow Rombi the medic and...
No, the other one. You guys don't need to follow the other one. You don't need to see that.
Yes, you do.
No, just Rombi the medic.
Honestly, yeah, Rombi the medic. She posts like questions for you. Like we all as a year solve her questions. Seriously, the other day I was like, Rombi, why aren't you posting questions? You need revision.
Did you see that? One of the guys posted, and he was like, how I feel when I answer Rombi the medic's questions and how I feel after. I thought that was hilarious.
Honestly, like we sit and debate as a group, like your questions. Honestly, they're that good, so you should definitely follow her.
See, she said it, so you have to do it.
Totally.
No,
That's another tip.
Thank you so much, Yalda. Hopefully we'll get you in another video.
Definitely.
Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we can make Yalda make a YouTube channel.
Yes, hopefully.
Yay!
Coming soon.